over there. My laptop isn't good enough to put it on a higher render distance. Anyway, so once we have finished this, we shall have half of our cube done, and our Snow King shall be on his way to evil ruling. Don't really look forward to that. Okay. So we've nearly finished this half of the cube. Just have to do this part, and then the Snow King's first part of the cube shall be finished. Alright. Now the reason I made him the Snow King is, well, other than that he's in a snowy biome, obviously. But it's that, you get a lot of kings. You have evil kings around. You get kings of lava, obsidian, stuff that's normally associated with death. But snow, well, people don't really think about it that much, because snow is kind of like the most evil of all substances. Because, well, there are so many ways you can die from snow. I'm not going to name them all because I can't think of them all just off by heart. But snow is possibly the most foul way to go. And that is why I've decided to do it. Just for the sake of, it just seems more evil than all the other substances that are normally used. So let's get this over with. Okay. Oops. Alright, so because he's king of what is, in my opinion, the most evil thing in the world, because it's really quite deadly, but no one seems to notice. Alright, one more forward, and that'll be good. I think I will just skip ahead to the creation of the cube now. And we are back. I made a few changes. I decided it was going to be too big and I'd have to get rid of part of the Snow King himself. So instead I've lowered it one level, as well as just making it a smaller cube to just make things less complicated. So here is the snow. I think at a later point I may change it to a giant snowball, but first of all I have to try and get a perfect sphere in my practices. Alright, so now that's done, let's move on to the head. Remember, I'm trying to make this 3D, not just this 2D thing. In fact, while we're on the idea of 3D not 2D, why don't we finish making our sword 3D? Right, now to do this I just thought, very simple effect, we just go out one with each block, how it is there. So snow would become much less rapid. In fact, I don't think I'm going to be able to fit any snow unless... No, I will. So I'll have here. And what I'm doing here, I'm trying to make it so it's not a so it doesn't look like a 3D person using a 2D sword, which is kind of stupid when you think about it. Although in Minecraft all swords are 2D no matter what texture pack you use. But the point is, this isn't a Minecraft guy. He's meant to be this real evil person. He has stolen his people's money without their knowing, and now he has a monument to him, with the people unknowingly worshipping the person that almost destroyed them. Right now I'll be creating the exact same effect that I did by doing this. And if I do that, alright, I won't be having stone steps on this one, otherwise it will just merge with the side. because of how I've done it. Instead, I shall be having these ones, so you can still tell a degree of difference from each side. And after we've done this layer, we shall move on to the other side. Now here is the problem. I think if I were to do this, yes, I'd fix it from this side, but what about this side? Okay, no king is perfect, so this king is going to have flaws in his sword. His sword isn't going to be the best weapon that you could get. Alright, so now I'm going on the thing to get this jagged effect. In short, I discovered this by accident. I'll show you over here. If you were to create a... hang a sec. If you are to create a classic going... So you've just got this classical Minecraft touch on something, where you just got this diagonal line. Doesn't really look much like a sword. So if I just put it up by 1, I can show you that this effect is created with steps. They give it a sort of jagged edge, like a sword would have. And when you get to the end, you just do this, so that the sort of end a sword would have. Now I've made this very thin, so you can't really see the effect apparent, but you can see the beginnings of a blade here. If I were to get rid of that, the beginnings of a blade. I fear that's all we have for this episode of my Let's Build Snow King. In the next episode, we have done this. I think we will finally move on to the face after finishing 3Ding the sword, and then we shall be moving on. Goodbye.